Hey, Justin Popovich here. In this video, I want to show you how to use PLR to create unique stuff. So, one of the biggest questions we get at Best Quality PLR is, how do I actually take your PLR and make it work for my situation? It's impossible to give a templated answer to this because everybody's situation is different. So I like to create videos like this that just get you thinking, that give you a baseline of some source of ideas that you can use. So in this video, what I want to do is take a piece of content from, at the time of shooting this video, our latest launch, and turn that content into something brand new and unique to me. And you could copy a lot of this, some of it, or all of it, or just take the thinking behind it to do something unique for yourself. So the product I'm talking about this particular time is a launch we did called Brains for Business. And one of the components was these editable posters. So this PLR package had these pretty cool little graphics that were like a poster summary of some entrepreneurial traits. Let me open it up here and kind of bring it front and center, zoom in a bit, and you can see the full gist of it. So it's like these little posters that come in editable formats that kind of highlight the characteristics of successful business owners. So one of the characteristics obviously is being a risk taker. And if you want to be successful in business, you got to take risk. So we give you this cool little poster. We give a little section here at the bottom that says brought to you by. And the idea here is you can use this as like a mini infographic and publish it to, let's say, Pinterest or Facebook or something like that. But that's not the only way you could use something like this. So I want to show sort of a little bit more creative way of doing it. What I'm going to do is create a little video using about taking risk, and I'm going to use this graphic as a source of creating my video. So what I would do is I've got my little slideshow software here. I'm on a Mac, so I'm using an application called Keynote. In your example, if you're on a PC, you'd probably be using PowerPoint. So in Keynote, I'm going to create a new Keynote slideshow, and I'm just going to take a white template here and remove any of the defaults. So I've got basically just got like a blank canvas I'm starting with. And all I would do, my idea here is I'm going to take this whole risk taker talk track and turn it into a little slideshow. And I'm going to use, in the Mac, I've got this grab application, lets me take components of an image or my desktop and take a little picture of it. So I'm going to take a little selection here of my graphic. And this looks pretty cool to me, so I want this little guy here to be on my slideshow. And that's going to be my cover, or my title slide. And I'll add a little, we'll just do one of those and kind of put it a little higher in the middle. So this presentation is going to be about risk taking. And then we're going to add a new slide, go back to that diagram here, and we'll take another snapshot of the next piece. So we'll capture the first bullet point, which is saying that if you try something new, you risk failing, but if you don't try anything, you ensure failure. So that's kind of a cool thing to say. We'll make that our first bullet point, our first item of discussion in this presentation. Might want to make it a little bigger. You can only make it so big without losing the quality, but this still looks pretty decent. All right, just to save some time there, I switched over here. I did the rest of the work off camera, but I'll give you a summary. So I created a little slideshow here called Entrepreneur Fundamentals. First slide is picking the topic here, risk taker, and then I just pulled little images out of that thing. So I had the quote from the bottom of the poster, and then the 4 points that were on the poster. And my goal here is, and keep in mind, I'm just firing through this. I'd probably make this look a little bit nicer. I might work with the image a little bit more. This is just to give you a demo. But now what I want to do is record myself narrating through this using like a Camtasia, or in my example, I'm on a Mac, so I'm using ScreenFlow. But at the end of it is a recorded slideshow with a voiceover that's now essentially a video. So I'm going to also I'm going to do that now while I shut the camera off and come back and actually show you the video when it's done. All right, so you can see here, this is the finished version. I just recorded. It turned out to be about 1 minute, and you can see here, I'll actually click play. And you probably can't hear too much of it, but it's me narrating this slideshow. And as I go through here, you can see slide, slide, slide. And I talked a little bit. I just kind of winged it. And at the very end, I just inserted a little thing here, brought to you by justinpopovich.com. So it's a minute long, or just over a minute, 10 seconds or something like that. So then what I do is I just export that, file export, and we'll just call it risk taker, and it, in my case, it exports it as a movie file. If it's Camtasia, I'm not exactly sure on the format. My guess would be something like WMV or MP4. And you can see this is going to export really quickly because it's a short little video. So while I'm doing that, I'm actually going to go over to YouTube, log in, and I'm going to upload the video that we just created. Right, so I'm in YouTube here, and we just click the upload button. I'm going to grab the risk taker video we created, and I'll probably, now this is actually key here. So when I'm uploading this, I want to title it effectively. I might want to do some keyword research to pick the exact words I want here, but I know that if I type things like entrepreneur success fundamentals, being a risk taker, that's a nice keyword loaded title. And then in the description, one thing that you might want to consider doing, I would strongly suggest you do this, is go back to your poster, and this is actually an image, so I can't grab the text here, but I can go into the edited version, and I can take all of the text from this poster and stick it into the description so that there is more keyword loading going on here. Plus, I want to make sure that the description is the first thing I put is a link to whatever website I want to promote. So in my case, I'll just put my personal blog, and then I'll take the text from that poster. So we'll need the editable version open here. Open it with Fireworks. So I'm in Fireworks here. I'm just going to grab all the text out of this image. Okay, so I skipped over that again just to save you time here, but in the meantime, it's already finished uploading. It was nice and quick, and you can see here in the description that I just grabbed each piece of text from the image. So the title, Risk Taker Maverick, I grabbed the little quote from the bottom, a real entrepreneur is somebody who has no safety net underneath them, and then all of the other bullets. So my description is really nice and jam-packed full of keywords. The last thing I might want to do here is add some tags like entrepreneur, risk taking, risk taker, success fundamentals, or just success in general. You get the idea. We can pick as many of those as possible, and then whether or not you want to choose a category is up to you. And that's pretty much it. It's actually auto saved it for me here. So if I go and view that video, we've got a brand new video on YouTube. It's going to be indexed for all these great keywords here, and look at that great looking video, just playing away there, a minute long, with a promotional link back in my case to justinpopovich.com. Cool little piece of content here that will maybe catch the interest of people who want to know more about entrepreneur stuff. In my case, I have a lot of tools for entrepreneurs on my blog, so I'm going to leave this up. Why not? It's a decent video here. It only took me a couple minutes to create, but that's a really cool example of something you could do really quick without much effort with our PLR product, or really anybody's PLR product. You just got to get a little bit of creative. So hopefully that gets the wheels turning a bit, gives you some ideas, and shows you that it's nice and simple to do.